Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. Christmas and Boxing Day have passed now, and getting out here to do a little bit of work. I've been doing some cleanup and whatnot, but I'm getting myself sidetracked on another project. Let me show you what I'm hoping to try to fix today. When the hanger collapsed, this was one of the casualties. It was being stored in there for somebody else, but now I've inherited it. It's broken. It's a bandsaw slash, I guess, a mini table saw homebrew thing that person had rigged up on a heavy stand. And what I want to do, you can see here, can you see how it's broke off? It's going to be a cast iron, cast steel. And what I want to do is try to get this bandsaw and everything off. I'll save the this bearing thing, whatever you want to call it, as well for maybe something else. But I want the bandsaw. I want to be able to convert it over to a metal bandsaw. A wood bandsaw, the blade's too fast to cut metal, but being that this has an external motor and whatnot with pulleys and belts, I should be able to gear it down, figure out what speed is best, and turn it into a upright metal bandsaw, which would come in handy for certain projects. So you can see she was outside, full of ice and snow and whatnot. So the first step is to tear it apart and take a look and see what we got. So I'll tear it down and bring you back to see what we got for bits and pieces. All right, I got a visitor. Got this all broken down and found some interesting things. This is just a table. This was kind of bodged together. There was lots of bodged together, kind of how you doing stuff going on, but I'm not going to fault the previous person, because you only do what you can do to fix stuff. But a couple things. I gotta test this motor. I'll take the end off of there, throw it on here, plug it in, and see if this motor works. Bearings feel okay. I see there's an oil, it's probably bushings, not bearings, because there's a little oil cap there on each side. But the thing that concerns me, well, there's a couple things. This pillow block was on here set up because something ain't right in there. I'm assuming this is supposed to support the whole works, but something is wrong in there. Same on this side. Something's all mucked up. So, and as well, obviously, this part's broken. So the two things that, well, really, one thing that's really going to stop me from proceeding is whether or not I can put this back together. I can't weld cast iron properly, but I'm going to try. Never done it before, so I am not a welder. I know you got to preheat and slowly cool cast iron to do it properly, or else it's going to break again. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to weld this together after I test this motor. So let me get this wired up, and then I'll bring you back and we'll see if this motor works. Okay, I got the cord all wired up. I ended up using the long chunk, and I wired it into the motor for now. So it's not unplugged, switch is off. I got a vice grips holding it on, so let's see if she blows the breaker, or if it works, or if it sounds horrible. We'll find out right away. Ready? Sort of make sure you're still in frame. Here we go. Aha! It actually sounds good. Happy with that. This has even got a circuit breaker on it, so that's good. That's the first hurdle. So that's gonna work. So now I'm going to get set up and see if I can booger weld this metal piece back together. So let me get set up and I'll bring you back, and you can give me crap for not welding this cast iron properly. Alright folks, so I'm back out here and I've got this all prepped and ready to go. Now, like I say, I'm no welder, and I know welding cast iron isn't the simplest thing. It can crack again and that sort of thing, but I'm still gonna try it, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, well, no big loss, because it's no good as it is anyway. So I'm just gonna shut up, and you can watch me give it a go. Hopefully the welder doesn't hurt the lens too much on my GoPro. Well, it's not the prettiest weld so far, and I'm trying to keep the heat in it, because I know that's one thing you're supposed to do, is to preheat and let it cool fairly slowly. So, like I say, I'm just winging it. I don't know what I'm doing. It might hold, it might not, but what the heck. It's worth a try, right? Another thing I'm doing is, while it's cooling, is peening the weld to try to take the stress out. I read that's another thing to do. I don't see any massive cracks yet, so that's a good sign. Well, anyways, you get the picture, so I'm going to continue on this, and I'll bring you back once it's all spliced back together. We'll see how it turned out. Alright, I got it all tacked together. It's like I keep telling you, this isn't the right way to do it, but this is how I'm doing it. I keep heating it with a torch so it's cooling slowly. There's a piece missing right there. She's still mighty hot, so my biggest thing, I've also kind of welded in there. She's pretty boogery, but I think she'll hold. Biggest concern will be when I try to bolt it down, the pressure might snap these off, so I'll have to be really careful, or probably what I'll do is I'll try to get that as smooth as possible, maybe take it on the belt sander so there's no waves or anything in it, so that it bolts down evenly. And also what I'm going to do is once it's secured to the base there, I'm going to take some pieces, maybe an angle iron or whatever, drill and tap some holes and plate it to take some of the stress off, hopefully, but we'll see. But I've got to keep heating this and letting it cool slowly, so I'll bring you back when I'm ready to bolt her together and we'll see if she holds. Alright, well, it's still hot, but it's cooled off enough to handle. I did some work with the belt sander. Got the base here, and I noticed this is cracked as well, and this portion's pushed down, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm not going to worry about welding this or anything, so I'll get you on the tripod here, and we're going to see what happens when I place the base on the bottom. Let's see if those holes line up and anything. I haven't tried it yet. I got a feeling this one will be tricky here. Oh, it's heavy. Hopefully you can see. I gotta get my other camera working. One pin in. I may have to do some clearancing because things aren't lined up like they should be, which doesn't surprise me since I half-assed welded it back together. Yeah, see, this hole is too small, so I'm gonna have to do some filing. Let me get that hole, sorry about the noise, I'll get that worked a bit and we'll try again here. Just gonna use a round file. Hoping this works. I'm going to shut you off so you don't need to listen to this noise. Alright, let's see if she fits. Now the problem with opening these holes, there we go, is it's not going to be a perfect alignment. And you can see there's a big gap there. But it looks like she's going to go. Sorry. Should have watched your ears. So probably what I'll do is I'll put some sort of shim in there so it can't pull down. And a bolt goes through too, so I'll have to make sure I don't crank that down too hard. Let's find a piece of shim. Will that fit? Piece of metal or something to put in there. Or maybe I don't have to. Maybe a washer, anything. Let me look around in my hoard here. Okay, I got a piece on each side that should do the job. Now, like I say, I just gotta be super careful that I don't over tighten this. And I'll put a big washer on there too. Try to spread the load out a little bit anyway. I guess I need a nut as well. Alright, throw that on, it won't get in the way of the blade path. Can you see me? Oh yeah. I guess I need a couple wrenches. The moment of truth. Tighten it down. Oh, by the way, I got some of these for Christmas. We're Jokers. They are nice wrenches. Very nice wrenches. Scared to get them dirty. I gotta resist the urge to suck this down real tight. It's a bandsaw. As Terrell would say, it's a bandsaw, not the space shuttle. Oh boy. Okay, there, she's getting tight. Just snug. And it's like that piece of metal, that one's a little loose too, but give her just one little bit more. There. Might be able to just pound that in a little bit further, but by Jove, I think she's gonna hold. Reviving this thing might work. So now the next step, which I'll put in a second video because I'm done for the night, but need to get this figured out. The top's actually okay. The reason it was flopping around was because of the belt guide, or not belt guide, but to get the blade to run straight. There's a bushing in here, and up here it rides on there, and this bushing is okay. So this wheel is good. I see there's some rubber tube, tire tube around it, or something, or that's probably actually meant to be on there so the belt don't slip. But we'll have to take this bottom part apart and see what we can do about this nastiness. I got a feeling there's a completely wore out bushing. This has a bushing, so I'm assuming there's a bushing down here too, and luckily I have a lathe, so if I need to make a bushing I will. So in any case, take care, and until next time, talk to you later.